This is Skillz with ComaCloud Gaming. I was just live a minute ago. I am still going to run this solo. If you guys would like to be invited to these streams while they're live, go ahead and leave a message in comments. Leave me your PSN name. I'll see about maybe getting you added and invited to watch these streams as they're live. That may be a little bit better for you than rewatching these after they're posted for some of you. If that is something you'd like, go ahead and just, like I said, post your PSN in the comments below, and I'll try to get that done. That being said, start chart time. Alright, as promised, we're going to run through this archery mission real fast, set it as the active quest really quickly. On one unread message in my mailbox. What could it be?
This is the master blueprint for the Odonata Arcwing, the first of many Arcwings. To complete it, you must find its component parts. Unfortunately, an ancient Orican archive detailing the locations of the parts was recently stolen by the Corpus. Your first job is to
sense a
recover
spy
this
mission
archive.
coming up.
Hurry. The Arcwing needs to be ready before the Balor-Fomorians launch their first attack.
I don't know about you guys, but I sense a spy mission coming up. Master Blueprint won't let us do anything without its pieces, so we're gonna go get the pieces, basically. Oh my gosh. It's on Tessera on Venus. Well, normally a defense mission, I still feel like this is probably gonna be a spy mission. But as I've said at least a few times before, I don't mind Corpus spies. I really dislike Junior spies, but Corpus spies aren't so bad. Oh, I do know that I have a tendency to talk fast, so if I do talk too fast for some of you, just give me a shout. I know some of my friends sometimes tell me I talk way too fast, so if that's the case, just let me know.
Cut off their access to the void and recover the data. Get to the portal. We need to shut the Corpus out of the void before we search for the Orican archive.
Uh-oh.
Portable torsion beam device to force open the portal, destroy the key and the device.
Void keys. See, that's a reference to back when we used void keys to obtain prime parts, as Hunter was talking about the last time we were streaming together. That does take me back quite a long time. Whoa, somebody shot a shotgun at me. Only I'm allowed to shoot shotguns at people, Mr. Corpus. Oh. Void, missions in the Void can spawn every type of enemy, including the corrupted enemies that you normally see in Void Fissures. I can notice he's a corrupted type enemy. Ooh. Should we blow it up, you guys? Oh, come on. Oh, whoa. More than one of them. Corpus with a shotgun, that's not very nice. I don't remember how to get in there, that's a loot room. Going from the top, maybe? Nope. Yep, you do have to go from the top. Most loot rooms are pretty unimpressive. It's interesting finding them sometimes.
portal only allows travel in one direction. Start up the portal generators to reverse the polarity.
Ick. Supposed to do the thing now. There's some turrets shooting at us as well. Which I don't particularly care for personally. I'll just start up another generator. You are vulnerable to damage while hacking, guys. It's important to bear that in mind. Before you start hacking a terminal, enemies can hit you. That is a nullifier. Usually the enemy itself is fairly weak, but they do spawn those little bubble shields around them that prevent them from being damaged while the shield is up, and cancel any Warframe abilities that are already active once you cross the threshold of that bubble, and prevent you from activating Warframe abilities while you're inside of that bubble. Oh, it says that there are caches as well. So I'll probably actually retrace my steps and adjust my game volumes to try to teach you guys how to find caches while we're here. Oh, didn't count me as hacking it. I apologize. Didn't realize. I'm sorry, guys. I was curious as to why the enemies had stopped spotting. There's another. It's a glitch nullifier, it looks like. It hasn't actually come through the portal yet for some reason. This thing's actually glitched slightly underneath the portal. Oh well. So before we continue any further, my sound effects are about to get very, very, very loud and possibly obnoxious. There's a reason for that though. So everything else is going to go to 0. And just the sound effects are going to go up really, really high right here. Then we're going to utilize our wonderful gaming headset to try to find some caches. I didn't realize that there were caches in this mission. I would have started this earlier. That high-pitched hum that I showed you guys when we were near a cache earlier in my streaming is what we're listening for. Those rooms are trapped, so if I don't hear the hum, I'm not going to set off a traps for no reason. For the sake of being thorough, we're going to go over all this stuff. Let's go and make sure I forgot to turn my master volume all the way up. Hear that hum? even being able to hear it doesn't guarantee that you'll find it. It's not always easy. Oh, glad to see. There are secret paths like that one. A lot. And as you guys can see, the hub leads to the cache, which gives you additional rewards when you complete the mission. Sometimes some special mods can only be found via those types of caches, Orkin caches like that. It's very important, if you can manage to do so, make sure you go ahead and find the caches and missions like this when you can. Now, basically I'm going to go everywhere except for where the mission tells me to go at the moment. If you notice, whole rooms won't show up until you've actually entered them. Nope, not going to be blown up by that today. Telltale hum leads to the cache. Also gives you extra affinity when you find them, which is awesome. Not really the most important thing, but it's awesome. As you can tell, you can still hear them from a pretty decent amount of distance. So as long as you actually explore the tile set in which the caches are, you should be able to find them. I know this is taking extra time, guys. If I have to, I'll do another stream before I end tonight. Oh, there was another one? We don't like those traps. Those lasers hurt you at this level. They pretty much want to kill you. So we don't like lasers. Oh, we accidentally went backwards. Apologies. Got turned around. Got distracted by the laser. Like I'm accidentally. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. I almost felt like I was accidentally going the right way. Ruh-roh. I think I accidentally activated a trap. Oh, so I did. Where is it shooting at me from, though? Is that a destroyable laser? It is a destroyable laser, thankfully. We don't hear the hum, so I'm just gonna move on for. Oh. Oh, jeez. Secret path. Not much in this one except for that slip magazine so far. And a trap. Probably another trap at the other end. But it's okay, I'll prepare for it this time. Make sure you don't blow up this red thing if you can avoid it. Oh, Jesus. Fall off on this one's too great to take care of this. Oh, that one's close enough. Catch him when it comes back up. I haven't been this way yet, so let's go this way. No working caches, but I don't believe there's any traps in rooms like this either. So that's the good news. Might as well collect the extra stuff while we're in here. You notice there are tiny icons that appear on your mini-map to tell you where little pieces of resources are. Technically speaking, these Orkin caches will appear there, but they'll appear just like any other container. So you can also use that method to find them. It's just a lot more tedious and a lot less efficient than searching for them by listening for the hum. It's a lot less work to just adjust your volumes and look for them that way, to be honest. The only tricky part to this method is you have to make sure you explore everywhere. Sometimes there are some really weird places. Places you wouldn't think of them being in a million years. That's usually where they end up being at, to be honest. Oh, jeez. Now we're gonna try to build these laser plates, because I don't like lasers. Accuracy for the win. Let's use the shotgun, blow up the Orkin sentry there. Blow up the Orkin sentry there. Break out the containers. I love resource caches, so... Sorry, I do love my resources, guys. Right. Oh. Oh, didn't activate any of those. Just a laser. You don't have to be quite this thorough. But you need to make sure you explore everywhere, so that's what I'm attempting to do now. It says there's some places this way I haven't been, so let's try to explore this way a little bit more. Unless this is the right way, in which case I'm going to end up leaving it behind, guys. And there is the telltale hum, you guys. There's a third working cache. So I'm done searching like this. I'm gonna try and make it back to the objective. Make sure we didn't get lost in the process, huh? It can happen sometimes. Oh, elevator. In theory, we shouldn't need that elevator. We should just find the way that it came. Oh, looks like it is to my left. And left again. I feel like it's... I feel like it's left. I feel like it's where I came from. Oh, whoops. And I was right. I'm gonna go readjust my volumes, guys. Oh, it's an Eximus. Odd.
Target acquired. Take them down.
You guys remember this guy, right? Maybe I have to take out these little guys first. It's possible too.
Quick, pick up the key.
Defeated that link. That's called the links, by the way.
You got the key.
Got
Now
the
get back
key.
to the portal.
Getting back to the portal. Got it, Lotus. That was how we had to do that one. The robots were protecting it, made it invulnerable to damage while they were alive. As you guys remember, when you're carrying an item, you don't get anything but your secondary weapon. Always take that into account before gathering one. And it's time to escape.
The device is second. The enemy will not be returning anytime soon. All your objectives are complete. Proceed to extraction now.
Lasers. Again, guys, don't touch the lasers. Lasers will kill you. Sometimes extra extraction. The void is also one of the only places to get argon crystals. I haven't seen any this time. Maybe because it's a story mission, it might not be giving us those yet. So I'm gonna come try to see if I can find any. Just briefly in the little resource rooms next to extraction. So far, I don't believe I found any. I told you guys view mission progress. You can look and see if you did. I haven't found any yet. Plus magazine capacity for pistol, and it's a mod for the carrier, which is a sentinel type that I don't have yet. Ooh, ow. That is not very nice. Grenier Corpus. Corrupted guys. I love the affinity that these types of enemies give, though. And there's some things that only the heavy gunner type enemies can drop and things like that. So, jeez, but there's a lot of them. Alright, guys, we're gonna go and kill this last enemy and extract, though. Affinity and stuff is not a reason to stay forever. Got the Orkin Archive. Yay. Got 3,000 credits. Got 250 endo from those caches. So that's really cool. Not sure exactly what this Orkin Archive is going to turn out to be, but that's kind of neat. Whatever it actually is, that is. Drop tables here are going to be different because it is a story mission.
To search for the remaining Arcwing parts. Check your navigation console for more information.
Oh, I really wanted to see if I can get through this tonight, but I may not, guys. Might not happen. It says it's on Earth, but sometimes it's useful to look at what an alert actually is before you do it. Where on Earth does it say it is? Everest, here. It doesn't say it's a very special type of one, so we're going to turn our matchmaking to public just in case. And we're going to go run this alert really fast because it gives an enemy radar, which is, you guys may not know what it is, obviously, by the name. But I believe it's an aura type mod. So we want those as fast as we can get them.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Capture type mission, guys, basically means ignore everything, go find the capture target and quote unquote kill it, and then capture it.
Target located. Bring them in.
They do turn invisible. I hate the ones that do because it makes them really hard to chase. You're also vulnerable to damage when capturing capture targets. Somewhat important to note.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base.
Still did this mission by myself without any help from anyone else, but just because sometimes those alerts are like nightmare missions where you have no shields or something like that, I wanted to make sure just in case that we had some other people involved in it. I don't like biting off more than I can chew if I can help it. Don't mind an extra safety margin even if it means that I have to deal with other people sometimes. What I mean by that is on occasion you end up in a mission where somebody wants to troll or with a Warframe that's not only not right for it, but somehow messes up the rest of the team. People like doing some stupid things sometimes, unfortunately. Some people are also very, very slow to reach extraction, which I don't necessarily like dealing with. That is an aura type mod. Also gives you enemy radar. That's less important than the fact that it that's funny, he dealt my amount of damage, killed more enemies. Oh, I had higher damage on my weapon, but only shot at one enemy. That's what it was. Aura mods.
Has passed along possible coordinates for you to search for the remaining Arcwing parts. Check your navigation console for more information.
We don't have enough endo to completely max it out, but that's okay. First aura mod that we've earned, so very excited for this. This aura mod, see how it's 5? Instead of being a drain on your Warframe's capacity, it's actually an increase here. If this slot was polarized to match the polarity of that mod, which in this case I think is Neramon? Yeah, Neramon. Then that would actually double. Excalibur, being what's considered the basic Warframe, doesn't have a polarized aura slot, so, you know, you're just stuck with the basic +5 drain for now. Later on, via formas and things like that, you can polarize slots on your own, stuff like that. If you want to polarize his aura mod slot, I'd actually end up going to Matarai, due to the fact that his best aura mod is called Steel Charge, increases melee damage. It's very useful for his 4th ability, and just useful in general. It also gives, instead of just the normal 7, which is what this is going to max out at, I think it does like 8 or 10, so it maxes out, or I should say 8 or 9, maxes out higher, so it ends up giving an additional, you know, twice that, 2 to 4 extra mod capacity in the end. So that's actually extremely useful. Let's change ourselves back to friends only here. Because I spent extra time hunting for those caches, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and extend this segment instead of just ending it here. Enemy levels are increasing. This is a level 10 to 12 mission, so that's important to note. Enemies do actually get stronger as the level increases in Warframe. It's crazy, right?
An artifact has been located.
You can also, what pops up at the beginning there, they get 5 kills while sliding. It's an additional challenge which gives you extra affinity at the end. Those are very, very useful to finish sometimes. Oh. Not fun. We're gonna actually attempt to get that. Ah. Didn't count those. It's easier to slide on level ground than it is to get people on slopes with these slide kills. You know what? Let's go ahead and just get this out of the way really fast. This plus 5,000 affinity, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there. This thing I'm carrying is called a power cell. Useful excavation missions, you use power cells to keep the missions going. You know, this is also one of the mission types that you can get, what's it called? Void relics from. But basically, your power drains at a rate of 1% per second. So it's very important to keep this full power. It's also a part defense mission in the fact that if they blow up your cryotic excavator, then you won't get anything for excavating that point. It says that it's full. When it says full, stop collecting batteries for it. Doesn't want to do any good. There's no point in overkilling these things, guys. Blow up the corpus helmets.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
If you did end up messing up, there will be additional points that spawn. Try to keep them from blowing up the excavator, obviously. Love my headshots, as you guys are aware.
That's it. You found an Arcwing part blueprint. Head
See you
to
guys.
extraction when you are ready.
We're going to ignore that one because we don't need any more chaotic.
Excavator deployed.
These missions
Protect
do
the
not
unit
give
while it
the
extracts
story
the
missions
artifact.
that make you do excavations give no rewards other than the story quest rewards. So keep that in mind. Now some of the excavations you have to do for Limbo won't give it to you always on the first excavator. So those you just have to keep doing more excavators until you get the reward from. But they still only will give you the part for Limbo. They won't give you anything else. It's not how it works. So for these, you remember that trick that I told you guys about where you look upward and then you bullet jump? That's what you have to do there to get to the extraction. This here is a piece for Odonata Archwing, which is the first Archwing you can obtain. You know what, guys? I'm going to go and extend this segment and just finish out finding these other two Archwing pieces for you. So we can start building the Archwing now, and whenever that finishes, maybe pick that up and stream about Archwings and Archwing mods, and whether or not you should decide to focus on your Archwing, stuff like that. And yeah, they want you to forge it immediately, so come over here. I just go over to Archwing stuff, to be honest. It's easier for me. Takes 30 minutes to complete. Let me see. Game 1. Whole defense versus infestation for 6,800 credits. I don't usually do the ones just for credits, guys. I feel like it's typically a waste of time. You get enough credits just from doing missions, in my opinion. You don't typically need to do things like that for credits. It is my personal opinion that, and Hunted and Beast may not share my opinion on this, but it's my personal opinion that those 6,800 credits are more easily, or just more effectively obtained overall by doing regular missions. So there's another excavation type mission, guys. Same one we just did. I'm pretty sure all of these missions for the Archwing blueprints are going to be excavations, so just bear that in mind. Okay, time to just rush past enemies for now, because we have to use our pistol, and it's not as effective as our main weapon is right now, because we have the basic pistol. Technically we still have our Archwing abilities as well, not Archwing, our Warframe abilities as well, but I'd rather have my shotgun to deal with the leader.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protect it from enemy fire.
Have to find out where his battery dropped in a minute, because I like my batteries. Oh, there's one. Now, when to pick items up in this game, guys, you push square, which is the same button as your reload. If you guys hadn't figured that out by now, I'm going to just tell you, push square. Now, the excavator's full of power, so that means all we have to do is keep things from destroying it, which can be a challenge in and of itself sometimes.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
That's the backup point, just in case you can't successfully complete this point. I don't like you Kubros. Still picking up extra mods like Pressure Point. We have enough extra mods to sell for a decent amount of credits. I'll show you guys what to do with those. Right now we still don't really have enough extra mods to worry about that yet. Oh, 2 for 1. Nice.
That's it. You found
Still
an
no new
Arcwing part
mods.
blueprint. Head to extraction when you are ready.
I do like the extra affinity gain from killing off those enemies. Until you spawn into their excavator, they won't spawn as many enemies. The more people there are in the mission, the more enemies spawn in these type missions as well. Because this is technically another endless type mission. So they can spawn an unlimited number of enemies potentially. Oh, might as well show you guys where this is at. Because we're going to end up coming back here for caches at some point. This opens this, which leads to a loot room that sometimes contains supply caches. So that's what this is. It took me a while to find that out on my own, so I figured I'd go ahead and stream about that while I was passing that room on this tile set. Because it was absolutely annoying for me personally. I sat there and heard the hum for like a good 10 minutes before I actually found that, and I felt like an idiot after that, so. Yay, we are home. Yay, Cryotic. Like I said, excavations are the only place you can farm this resource, Cryotic. And it's definitely going to push us near 50 minutes for me to finish doing this for you guys, but I told you I would, so we're going to get through it.
Ordis does hope to see the Arcwing soon.
Now I'll try to log on between today and tomorrow to try to collect these other pieces and start the Odonata building, because it takes an additional hour. That way I can try to have that ready before our next stream. You guys won't see me collect the pieces and then start building the Archwing itself, but you build it just like you build anything else. So this is level 12 to 14. We're getting to higher level enemies now. Yay! You do have to have an Archwing to access later planets. Some planets they won't let you go into it at all if you have not unlocked your Archwing yet. I'm pretty sure that's coming up fairly shortly where that stuff starts happening. It is another excavation type mission, just as I said I thought it was going to be. So I was right about that this time. I was wrong about it, that one mission being a spy mission. Instead, that was more of a defense type situation. Oh crap, this is the Infested. Of course it would be the other type of enemy we hadn't yet fought, right? Please die, enemies. These are my least favorite types of excavations, because the Infested are by far the most aggressive out of any enemy type in this game. They are very relentless, they chase you, they somehow always know where you are even before you've been detected or shot anything. It's kind of insane, in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
We try to melee those when they get close to the excavator, because if you guys remember, they will explode if you shoot them. This is where you see the difference between your spin attack and your regular attack for your melee. Because your spin attack will still one-shot things, whereas your regular attack takes a minute to shred through them.
Another power cell for the excavator.
Oh, we actually have some. I apologize, I forgot to pick them up. You do have to pick these up before they go in the excavator. I'm actually going to switch to melee. We're going to switch to melee and we're going to start energy channeling a bit. So that's going to help us shred things a lot faster. You energy channel again by holding L2. Feeds your Warframe's energy into your weapon, causing it to deal a lot more damage. Except that some of these guys fly, and I hate that about them. Okay, we were able to successfully complete that one. We're gonna go ahead and run the extraction. I don't feel like spinning absolutely forever here, so. Oh, you want to blow the security cameras just because I know it's been a while before I've said so in the stream while I was doing that. You don't want to blow up the security cameras because they create laser wall obstacles. That, unless you're a Warframe such as you are with her augment or limbo, or a frame that somehow isn't affected by those barriers, they stun your Warframe, knock you down, drain your shields and your energy. So it's still very important to blow up those cameras because they do create those type of barriers. Try to blast through the end here. Remember guys that your fastest method of travel is technically your roll, because it does travel at the fastest speed, but your bullet jump does help as well. I know it took us some extra time, guys, but that is what those missions look like. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream probably before I start building this last piece. It's just like building everything else in your foundry. It just requires resources and credits. So thanks again for watching. This is Skillz with ComaCloud Gaming. If you guys found my content helpful, I think it may be helpful to others, please like, subscribe, and share. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any questions, comments, things that you guys need to see, please post them in the comments below. If there's any kind of things that you find that are not helpful in my content, please also post in the comments below. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. This was Skillz with ComaCloud Gaming.